Ani, Kenny Pheasant here again with our show Endaying. And this is the fourth video of the series on Menedokewin, Ceremonies. Menedokewinan, I guess I should have said plural. This one is feasts, different feasts that we have. Weekgongewin is the name, the invitations, okay, to these feasts. Like I said, we have feasts with just about everything that we do at our ceremonies, okay. The funerals, we always have a fire going. When somebody passes into the spirit world, the fire keepers are asked to tend the fire, start a fire, tend it for 4 days. This teaching is not about that. It's about the feast that happens after, okay, the funeral. A spirit plate is made for that person, and the ceremony goes on. But this particular one that our people, I remember celebrating this when I was just a little young guy, okay? Back in the day when we didn't have television, electricity, running water, indoor toilets. I'm talking about that time. But we had this ceremony, okay? And it's practiced once a year. And our people call it Jibigi Shagat, the Feast of the Dead. And we celebrate this once a year, sometimes in first part of November. And it's not really like a community. It was like families. You'd have it in your home. And supposing, okay, here's the thing of it. Supposing you lost a family member that year, whatever, and now you want to remember this person. So the tradition is you cook a meal in memory of that person that passed away. You cook that person's favorite meal, and then you invite everybody to come and share that meal with you in memory of that person. That's why we call it Jibigi Shagat. Kutum jana nikdash. And for those of you that live in the city, urban areas, maybe you can't have a fire outside in your where you live. You know, in the city it's a little different. Well, my advice to you is still to have a fire, but instead of a fire outside or anything like that, get a candle. Use that as your fire, a candle. And I don't know what to do about a spirit plate. I've never had to worry about that because of where I live, but at least you'll have the candle for your feast, your feasting. And I was giving this teaching to the kids one time in the school. Because my program is called Understanding Anishinaabe Culture. And I share these with the whole class. And for them, it's new, but it's really encouraging them to know what is going on in the Anishinaabe community. So I finished my teaching and all this, and this little boy raises his hand, and he says, "My people do that too, but it's not. We offer the food in an altar," he says. And I says, "Well, what culture is that?" And he said, "Vietnam." I said, "Oh my goodness." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yep." He said, "We do it about the same time of the year too." I said, "Wow, that is really interesting that another culture does something similar to what we do." And so feasting is a joyful time, okay? It means so much. You prepare the best, Okay, you don't bring leftovers, put it that way. You prepare the best because it's a very unique ceremony. Okay, Wigongge is the name of this. Win. I'm sorry. Win is the name of the invitation to a feast. Anyways, so we're done with the series. I hope you enjoyed these videos on these ceremonies. There's other ceremonies. We have pipe ceremonies, different other things like that. Ceremonies about fire keeping, different things like that. Okay, so there's lots. We can keep right on going with our series, but I just decided on doing these 4 because we see them quite often in our communities, and so maybe you heard something this morning in the show that maybe you didn't know, or maybe you can share something with me that I can share with others. Okay, so miigwech gabusindo yek minoang goding, wingesik minoa, and sagi shagakgo miigwech.